Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be scrapbooking, obviously, and I'm going to be using this, which is one of the pre-made mixed media backgrounds that I was doing 2 years ago now for whatever that project is, 100 Days project. However, my laser for my business decided to die for a little while, and I really couldn't promote my stencils with a broken laser. So I stopped that project, and I still have a good pile of them. So I'm going to start using them up. Here is one of them. It is a bunch of green through the Let's Get Dotty stencil, and then of course some glitter glaze as well. And this is over a pre-printed background. So give you a little look at that. I've got my stuff, so let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I'm starting out by grabbing a Copic marker and coloring in these little kind of swirly chipboard circles. Now, I specifically chose these chipboard circles because of the decoration on the card that is the thing that I'm going to use. So, if you guys didn't know, I started working at Starbucks. I did leave Hobby Lobby. I am now almost finished my training program at Starbucks. To have my own store. So what this is it's called Welcome to Your Partner card. It's the card that says that you're a Starbucks partner. It's got your numbers and everything on it. I don't actually put the card in this layout. The card is floating around the desk right now, and all of my personal information on it has been washi taped over so nobody can see it. But that is where I got the swirly things from. You can see it on the card right there. So now I'm taking some of the goodies that I have received in MK's embellishment box. These are boxes that she sells on her website, someassemblagerequired.com. And they are over multiple boxes. So I am one of those people that if they receive a monthly thing, they use some of it and stash the rest. That is usually how it ends up working out. So I do have a couple of random bits and pieces left over from previous months. I'm going to use them. These are ticket strips and film strips, and they are 49 and market. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer these up so that I have a resting place for the actual partner card. It's not the actual card, but it's like a note card that it came in. So how many different kinds of cards can we talk about in one layout? So anyway, that is going to be what I do to go ahead and get that balanced down. And once I do that, I'm going to start creating some decorative bits. So as you can see in my background, I have a variety of green colors, and I want to make sure that I bring that background forward and use a variety of greens also in the foreground. So that is why I am going with this. And who would have known that a couple years ago, still in California, that I would have had the foresight to create a background that I could use when I started my career journey at Starbucks. Who knew? So anyway, I am going to go ahead and create a little bit of a cluster up here, again with those tickets. And again, I'm using products from MK's shop, some assemblage required. Some of these are wood veneers, some of them are acrylics. This says "You Grow Girl" or something similar. Oh my word, I completely blanked on what it says. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't exactly see on this small screen that I'm doing this voiceover on. And then I was like, whoops, I specifically wanted to bring in these swirly circles to match the partner card. It's kind of crazy, right? Like, I don't particularly match my embellishments or my cardstock to things in my photo, but I see something cool on this card and I'm like, oh, I got something that will match that. I have to use it. It's kind of weird. So anyway, I am going to use some really thin pop foams because the chipboard is really thin, and I start to pick the pop foams off, right? Like I start to pick off their backer papers. And once I do that, I realize that this is a pain in the butt, like a big pain in the butt. So I just decide, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to ATG over the whole thing, and then I'm going to stick it down to the page because, honestly, this is stressful. Like, I don't want to sit there and pick all those little guys off. So I add the adhesive to the back and place it up there on the top of the page. So now I've got my wood veneer, and I also have that acrylic coffee pot, if you could see it. Now, the little chipboard swirly whirly was kind of popping off the page, so I just put my water bottle on top of it just to hold it down until the glue dried a little bit. And then I needed to figure out where I wanted the second swirly whirly here. And I decided that it needed to hang out on the left-hand side of the page, where all of the different film strips and tickets kind of hung off in this scattered fashion. And then I decided that I needed to have something on the bottom of the page as well, because it was feeling very top-heavy, almost like the page would fall over, either behind itself or in front of itself, because it was starting to feel really top-heavy. So I decided to cut off a little bit of that twirly-whirly stuff and went ahead and decided to create a cluster on the bottom as well. So in this coffee-themed acrylic set, there's coffee pots, coffee cups, coffee words, coffee beans, and some hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I want those things to go. And basically, I'm going to mess around with the clusters a good few minutes, just until I figure out exactly how I want it to look and how I want it to feel. Now, I love this layout. I love the feel of it. I love the look when it's finished, because basically it is green. Of course, there's some white, and then these pops of wood veneer, and I just really think it is quite striking, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling this layout. It's got me in the feels, I guess. So now I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this cluster on the bottom look and feel. I don't want it to be identical to the other clusters, but I don't want it to be so different that it doesn't feel like this is one cohesive thing, right? Like, I want you to look at this layout and know that it is contained. And since there really is a visual triangle on this page with the twirly whirlies, it does kind of point your eye into that partner card. Now, visual triangles are great design rules. There are also rules you don't have to follow. So nobody says you need a visual triangle. You could have a visual square, you could have a visual line, a visual rectangle, like a visual circle. And you throw the word visual in front of any shape you want it, and there you go. Right? Like, I don't know. It kind of drives me wild that in design it's called a visual triangle, but the rest it's like it's a circle. Well, why isn't it a visual circle if this is a visual triangle? Or why isn't this just a triangle if that's a circle? Those are the kind of things that I start thinking about and stress me out, and not in a, oh heavens, hand to the forehead that I'm, catching the vapors or something like that. It's just like, why do that to yourself, Okay, so anyway, enough of that tangent. Now I'm going to go ahead and get these little coffee beans and the coffee cup, all the things glued down to the page. So I am using a combination of ATG and the Nuvo Deluxe because I want this stuff to stick on, right? Like, I don't want to go to put my pile of layouts away and have coffee beans falling off all over the place. And nobody needs coffee beans flying off all over the place in their life. Let me just tell you that. So here I am adding the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to my beans, and that will finish up that cluster. And then I'm going to move over to this larger swirly whirly thing and go ahead and get this one wrapped up as well. So the wood veneers are going to kind of line up on the edges. Well, I'm yawning a lot, you guys. Maybe I should take a hint from this layout and go have a cup of coffee. But no, today was an early morning. Today was a 4:30 a.m. opening morning, so your girl's tired. So now I'm going to put on a couple leaves as well, and then I'm going to just go ahead and get this layout complete. So I was toying with the idea originally of coloring in some of these wood veneer, but like I said, I really, really love the look of it feels like it's like monochromatic with pops of color, and that's how it's feeling. Even the brown acrylics are kind of reading as green to me. It's the other wood veneer that gives me that pop. So anyway, I decided not to do anything with the wood veneer, and then I felt like these flowers needed one more leaf, so I went ahead and found one that looked good and went ahead and popped that down too. So, oh, you can see the actual partner card up there on the right hand corner of the screen. I thought about you bringing in this canvas button, but the yellow just totally clashed, so it didn't make it. And then I realized I forgot to trim off the little bit that was hanging down off the bottom. And once I did that, the layout is done. Really happy with this one, guys. All right, guys, I am going to sign off here now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And check out MK Shop. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.